morning, everyone. We are finally going to do a little bit of work around here. We're going to take, well, Eddie did harvest a small deer this morning. It was about the same size as the one that hit Ocean's car, but any deer is a good deer right now. I'm getting really discouraged that we're not going to get enough to last us the year. Right now, without the one that he harvested this morning, we have enough venison so that we can eat 2 meals of venison per month, and that's it. And since that's the only red meat that we have, we really need a lot more than that. But so he did harvest a deer this morning. I don't think I'm gonna go out hunting this afternoon because we're gonna get back to work and get rid of this eyesore, this red and green tarp on top of the roof, and we're gonna start putting the roof on. Now I'm not sure how we're going to do this because we don't really have a super tall ladder. So we're gonna start on this side here because this side still needs some 2x4s on it. It doesn't have any of the 2x4s on this half of the roof, but they're all on this half. So we're gonna start on this half, and we should be able to screw the metal down from inside, I'm hoping, because there's absolutely no way to stand on this roof because this is pretty much almost straight up and down right here. So there's no way to stand on it, and we don't have a ladder that will reach that. So we're gonna have to wait until somebody gets up there to screw it down and see how this is gonna work out. We may have to go borrow an extension ladder from somebody or something, I'm not sure. And I do know that the very last pieces are going to be a problem, because when you get to the very end right here, you don't have anywhere to stand inside to screw these last pieces down. So not really sure how this is going to work out, but we're going to do the best we can and get as much of this metal up today as possible. If we could find a way to reach everything to screw it down, it really shouldn't take that long because all the pieces are the exact same size. So you put on a row of the short metal, and then you put on a piece of trim, and then you put on another row, another piece of trim, and you just go around like that. So let's see what we can get done today. It'll be nice to get some metal on this roof so that the birds aren't in the rain anymore, and also get rid of the tarps, which are an eyesore. I mean, you can't see our place from the road, so it's only an eyesore to us, but. Say good morning, Fergie. They have not just started to breed yet. Ow! You little. What the hell's the matter with you? Sorry about my language there. Hopefully I'm gonna bleep that out. But this little shit attacked me. I don't know if it was because Tiny did something, but he's getting penned up. And I know everybody's gonna say put him in the stew pot, but our meat bird breed is these Buff Orpingtons, so we need him. I'm gonna have to go check. I don't know if he punctured my leg like Ruby did. I got too many roosters and they're all getting antsy because there's too many roosters here, I guess. But I gotta find a place to put them. So we've got the turkeys in there. This pen's empty, but all the hens lay in that nest box. We've got Ruby in there. We've got turkeys in there. And then this pen isn't finished yet. We took the quail out of there. So I think for now, I'm gonna put him in this little tiny chick house over here. He's lucky I didn't wring his neck first thing. But like I said, we need him for our meat birds. So, I'm gonna put him in here. I'll be right back. I'm gonna lock this up. I'm gonna go check my leg, make sure he didn't puncture it. I really hate to go through the pain that I went through when Ruby got me and ended up in the emergency room again. So I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. He did puncture my leg just a little bit. So I cleaned it up, put some antibiotic cream on it. Hopefully I don't end up back in the ER with another rooster wound. These roosters are really starting to get on my nerves. I don't know if Tiny came up behind him or I don't know, because I wasn't even near any of the hens. I don't know what his problem is. But these roosters, they're all wanting to breed. And, you know, I've got them all locked up except for the one that I had out just because I'm short one pen. And so I think they get antsy, you know, because they have all these other roosters around and they're like, no, these are my hens and whatever. And then they see me as the boss, so they want to take me on and see if they can beat me. Well, guess what? They don't, because they are going to get penned up when they attack me. I don't remember if I ever told you guys, but Redford actually did end up jumping at my back. I don't know if he was trying to jump on me or if he was trying to attack me, but the moment he did that, he also got locked up. So I don't put up with that. I'm not gonna cook them because I have every rooster I have here, I have for a purpose. And so I'm not gonna cook them because I need them. So they'll just have to stay penned up from now on, I guess. Anyways, enough about these mean roosters here. Back to the roof. We're gonna get all the tools together, get Ocean, and see what we can do on this roof. All right, guys, it's gonna be a little bit loud in here because we got all the birds underneath us squawking. But the first thing we need to do is get this tarp down. So we've got it bungeed and we've got it nailed in a few places. And we also have to remember not to bang up this metal. This is from my shop. So we need to be careful up here. It's been so long since we put this tarp up, I totally forgot that this actually goes all the way around down there. So it won't be dark in here because we have to take this entire tarp off. So, which is unfortunate because I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow. So if we don't finish this today, it's definitely going to rain in here. Look at all the beetles. I'm pretty sure these are those African or Asian lady beetles, whatever they're called. They look like a ladybug, but there are hundreds. So they're going to be climbing all over us today. Oh, check out this side right here. Asian lady beetles. I don't know if they're a good thing or a bad thing. I know ladybugs are good. I don't know about these things. So if one of you guys knows, let me know. I mean, you would think they'd make good chicken feed. Chickens ought to be eating them. I don't know if they'll hurt any of my plants. Not that I have any plants going right now, so I'm not too worried. And there's so many of them that I don't know that you could do anything about it anyways. But if you guys know if they're good or bad, let me know. All right, so you're in charge of screwing it down. So if it doesn't come out square, it's your fault.
I know it's always that way.
Yeah, well, you don't think I'm going to screw it down and mess it up, do you?
She said you're in charge of screwing it down, not screwing it up.
Hear that? You got to screw it down. Don't screw it up.
I mean, there's a difference.
Yeah, there's a difference. If it doesn't cover the roof correctly, then it's wrong. All right, go on.
Board boot to some thickness. Light here.
Yeah.
Yes, no, maybe so.
Yeah, you can clamp it right there. Coming down here, you can pick it, huh?
I could screw that from here. Just run through the bottom.
We can't screw the bottom. We have to put the trim in.
I'm used to doing it backwards. Unless you can tell me why it's better to do it the proper way,
Sure.
I found this way in my head. I've just never,
Give me a screw.
I've just never done it not the proper way, you know. I'd have got fired if I'd have done metal like that. You never did tell me why. I mean, if you want to fire me, go ahead.
I wonder now, before we go too far, should we go ahead and put in a piece of trim?
About 10 feet.
Yeah.
Where's the trim?
It's over by my shop. So, I didn't realize how difficult it would be to show metaling this roof way up here in the air with no way to get to it. So, I'm doing the best I can. Sorry that you can't watch it all. Let me move down and show you what we did. So, right here. Okay, so we have this trim we put on. I actually asked the metal shop to bend it and I got the wrong angle. So yeah, it's not perfect, but it's a barn and I'm not gonna care when I'm down on the ground walking around. I'm not even gonna see it. It's a little too much of an angle, so we're trying to spread it, but it doesn't spread very well. but it'll keep the water from going in behind these bottom pieces of metal. This piece is just here to hold the trim out where it needed to be, so we could screw in that first piece, because you know the ground is way down there and we have nowhere to stand. We have to do this one piece at a time and stand on these 2x4s. So, but that's what we've got. We got the first piece of metal on, and then the first piece of trim. And you saw we did this top row of metal here. So that's what we're working on. And it's very difficult to film any of it unless I go down out there and down on the ground, and because we're on the outside of the building and we're up in the air by, what is this, 15 feet or something, 12 feet? But we're way up in the air. So yeah, really hard to film it, but I'm doing the best I can, and I hope you guys enjoy what you do get to see of this.
Power over here. Take that clamp loose. Motion. Take that clamp loose.
Is this how they filmed the Titanic? Oh.
So we did end up borrowing, well, it's half of an extension ladder. My neighbor, thank you Joe, lent us his ladder. It is half of an extension ladder. I don't know what happened to the other half, but it is 14 feet long, so it's plenty tall enough to get us up to be able to do the trim after we put the metal on, so it's perfect. And I just want to say we really appreciate that, Joe. I know you're watching all of our videos. But it's time for us to go get Mikey off the bus, so we're going to do that and then come back and hopefully finish up this half of the roof. And then it's probably going to be at least a few days before we get to the other half, because it's going to rain tomorrow. We need to do some more hunting, and we need to do some shopping. So we'll see what happens when we can get to doing the other side.